Let's see. Yep. Howdy, howdy, howdy. It's Sainty. I figured I'd just be doing a little bit of playing. I ended up sleeping in a lot this afternoon, so. I think I'm going to check up on my brother real quick before I make any plans. So you should be over here close. Can't even remember where this thing is again. Oh, right there. Hello, buddy. Oh, look, a little stallion's playing.
I'm a stalker. This is so boring. I don't even know what it wants me to do.
Just keep running around doing your that thing you're doing there, I think.
Probably the bug.
Seismic bug, the red with the yellow hoof, probably.
Yeah, I know, and it just doesn't want to do it. There we go.
It's slower than ground stomp, I want to say.
Oh, 100%.
At first, and then it will become your new ground stomp. Because I was using ground stomp pretty much all the time like you were, and then I turned around and started using seismic buck more than anything. It gives up.
Okay, why are you...
Huh?
It's telling me to talk to the stupid ass pony, and it does not want to work.
Which one?
I hit talk. Both of them. It wants me to talk to this one first. Repiece. But every time I hit talk, no text pops up. But the quest icon's pointing at him.
Are you right clicking or are you left clicking?
Right clicking.
Okay. I don't know. Is there different things you could say, I guess?
I don't get a text at all. Fixed it.
What was it?
I left and rejoined. Money. Are you serious? Is this seriously going to be an every step bullshit?
Every single step you gotta log in, log back out.
I'm not even looking for reasons to hate this game.
Here, let me get out of the way, see if it me sitting there is doing anything.
It's not. Says I'm supposed to let them sting me?
Let's see. I'm going the wrong way. Why am I going this way? I'll go to Cloudtropolis. And then go collect a little bit of frozen essence.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Apparently, I need storage strike. Okay, I gotcha. Just teaching me how to use that skill. I already know how. Dang, these bees do a lot of damage. They're actually bringing my health down. They're only level 1s, and they're actually working my shield down.
Got a strong wind pushing me around right now. It's cool.
Oh, you're kidding. It really isn't every step thing. Instead of logging out, is there just a way to go back to the main menu? Hold on. I have an idea. Awesome. It worked. Dude, this is ridiculous. The way I found to work around is I'm just hopping servers.
Oh, really?
It's quicker than logging in and out constantly.
Right. To all who hear the song should accept, I must warn you, my tale is quite long. So over the Arabian Sea, our problems first began. We navigated to a point where once there had been land. An atoll with wild orchard, tropical fruit trees, was a favored rest stop for my crew during long ocean journeys. I sat down in a long boat, Defiant carried in its hole. Under the waves I saw the sea had swallowed the island whole. Such a water rise I'd never seen in years of sailing past. I returned aboard warned the crew to leave their waters fast. When I saw the ponies look aghast to the north with their eyes wide, a tidal wave a mile high bore down upon our ride. With little choice we dropped our sails and batten hatches too. With no chance to fly over it, we'd have to punch right through. The moment that we hit the crest, I was knocked to the floor. Our boat groaned and I was sure we'd never see the shore. With a crash defiant hit the surf. Badly damaged but intact, we'd braved the waves still with our all hands. Hold on, wait. All hands, you mean all hooves? But our hull was badly cracked. As the crew sang songs in their relief, I took inventory. We had supplies to live 4 days before we'd go hungry. For 5 weeks we were set adrift through constant rain and storm. We had no food at the night. The crew would huddle to keep warm. This weather I would not explain in the past when it was fall. The storms would last a week at worst. 5 weeks without a lull. Then a cry rang out above the ship, a deep, unearthly crow. A ghostly horses circled us. The wind grew chilled as snow. I should have guessed only one beast would cause an endless storm, wendigos, but not one. We'd provoke an entire swarm. They swooped down upon my frightened friends, grabbing them one by one. When they found me in the cargo hold, I faced the pack alone. Remembered what my father said. Wendigos feed on your fear. So I tied myself to a hatch and yelped, "Beast, you're not welcome here." I forced myself to feel rage, to drown out any fright. It was the only feeling I could hold for an entire night. They circled but could not approach, though they hissed and made a show. Finally, with little other choice, they flew away, letting me go, alone amongst Defiant's wreck. No hope, no crew, no food. The figurehead, my only friend, I'd naught to do but brood. There should be an island to my east, according to the maps, assuming it not fallen prey to the Wendigo's traps. I fixed the hull best I could, made a sail out of a blanket, but when I reached the atoll, they had already sank it. But squinting through the water, I saw seaweed on its beach. Diving into the murky brine, I grabbed all that I could reach. These disgusting salty plants sustained me in the blue. 'Twas all the food I had to eat. I drank the morning dew. 4 days earlier, a call sounded from where I stored the kelp. I jumped awake, hoping in vain the newcomer could help. "Hello to you," I called back. A mistake, I do admit. Hunger had addled my mind. Coldness had dimmed my wit. On hearing me, my new friends showed their teeth and loudly laughed. A pack of sharks was now trying to overturn my craft. Golly, boy, it's going to keep going too. Leader of the sharks was white, with a scarred and bulged stomach. "Jump in the water now, pony, and we swear we'll make it quick. If you had any honor, as I do, I dared to say, you'll deal me for a right to live, and you to swim away." The smile grew even wider. "A duel you want, of course. Just meet me in the water. We'll settle us some scores. I don't trust you among your mates. Why don't you come on deck? A challenge whereupon he jumped onto my splintered wreck. Now I get to choose the weapon. Since you got to choose the turf. And I picked teeth, he laughed, as his mates cheered him on from the surf. He lunged and dodged and snapped. I blocked, barely parrying his blows. When I recalled my father's words, a shark's weakness is his nose. Then next he struck, I jumped forward and punched him in the snout. He buckled up, rolled off the edge, and splashed with a panted snout. Cheater, he cried. I said just teeth. That doesn't count, you punched. You forfeit the duel. Destroy his boat. We're having him for lunch. Oh, goodness. As sharks tore off plank by plank of my poor dirigible. I noticed they would not attack. One place, Defiance Hole. The cargo hold was reinforced. The sharks could not break through. 'Twas watertight and airproof. I knew what I had to do. As the ship listened dangerously, I sprinted over the Nile, locked myself inside the hold, and double-checked the seal. When Defiance finally groaned and sank, my airtight room did keep. I'd no food or hope of rescue. My air would last a week. I hit the ocean floor after countless hours had passed. The darkness only companion waiting my one repast. I had but one reassuring thought when I did go. Cold, alone, deprived of sight. I probably wouldn't know. It's impossible to know how long. I sat in dark remorse until a noise aroused me, a barely audible hiss. I located the source of it when I stepped into a puddle. A microscopic crack had formed in my steel-wrapped bubble. Each hour the hiss got louder. There was no fix I could find. I still had naught to do but wait, yet now in real time. Once I was treading water, I had one last thing to try. I flipped the rowboat upside down, trapping the air inside. With my head under the dinghy, at least I still could breathe. For maybe an hour at best, I'd no choice but to leave. Once the room was flooded, I prepared to leave the unknown. When I heard the door creak loudly and opened on its own, something swarmed around me. I had not the nerve to look, but I wasn't being eaten, so that's a plus in my book. When a head poked under my boat, I heard was shocked to see. Fierce eyes, a snout familiar shape, it was a sea pony. He glanced at me with mistrust. I recalled Father's warning. Sea ponies trust a land dweller like we'd trust a changeling. I tried to speak, but he spoke first. Stranger, you come with me. Try anything suspicious and we'll leave you to the sea. They pressed the boat on my head, tied a rope around my waist, searched Defiant for valuables, and left the site with haste. The trek was harsh and painful, but I saw such wonderful sights. Coral, sea vents, fish of which I'll never see the likes. As I was wondering just how far our group had left to go, I saw the ground become tinted with an aquamarine glow. I wanted to ask of my guard where we were approaching, but I feared his wrath if he did deem that I was bothering. Then the sand turned to tiles, under my exhausted hooves. I bent my head to get a peek, even if he disapproves. A gathered crowd stared back at me, sea ponies large and small, amongst the grand submerged city, with a towering spears tall. There were streets and shops of all kinds, statues and lamps austere. I looked in awe, wondering how fate could have brought me here. The guard then kicked my behind, for the shock had stopped me dead. We're still moving, he growled. The palace is up ahead. The palace was a wondrous sight, stained glass shaped like bloom. I was led to the tallest tower to see the grand throne room. On the gilded throne of marble, with amethyst stone inset, sat a pony more beautiful than any I have met. She shimmered with unearthly light. Her skin was white as coral. Rainbows reflected over the court from her headdress pearl. I fell to my shaking knees, paying my due respect. We found him, announced my chaperones, within the sunken wreck. When the boat was removed from me, breathing soon gave me trouble, until the scoreless summoned me a protective air bubble. Speak, stranger, she commanded, on what drew you from the shore, and left you a new denizen here upon our ocean floor. My boat was sunk by Wendigos, I answered, still in awe. Tell me, is this fabled kingdom of Equestria? Speak not that name, she trilled, enraged. A pony's tranquil and spineless. This is a proud warrior city of noble stock, Aquantius. When I was young, my father would tell legends of this city. They loved war and swift punishment, felt no remorse or pity. With a twirl of her hair, she conjured a display of sharks. I am Princess Marina, the city's fabled monarch. What shall we do? The lead guard asked. Our people don't take guests. Maria nodded. Lock him up. He'll be under arrest. As we cannot kick him out of here, for he cannot even breathe. We'll try him, though, through the system, and if he passes, he leaves. How do I earn my freedom? I asked Princess Maria. The same way all do, she replied, within the arena. Prisoners who win the tournament may leave here in good health. If you win, I'll use my magic to send you home myself. Let's see. The next day, I led the crowds of rowdy sea ponies, hollering at the contestants of today's festivities. I was a source of wonder to all those who did attend. Even my rival challengers held hushed conversation when the largest broke from the rest and fiercely approached me. When this game starts, he hissed with joy, I'll kill you personally. Pleased to meet you, I replied. I didn't catch your name. Crasher, he announced proudly, the champion acclaimed. I've won this game a dozen times, but I choose not to leave. I live to crush my enemies and their dreams to go free. I'm ranked higher than any pony in our history, and you, as the first from the land, shall be my next trophy. Shame boasting isn't an event, for you'd be quite prepared. I idly replied, leaving him, glaring with teeth bared. I took my place beside the rest, as Marina decreed. Welcome to all, today we see which prisoner shall be freed. He who scores the highest in the 5 coming events shall be allowed to leave our land, pardoned for his offense. The first event is javelin, in that I perch my ears. I gained much practice as a skipper in my early years. Each of the 6 were then handed our own 6 harpoon set, and turned to face the throwing range with our own small target. Maria spoke a point for each, hitting your target center. So Crasher threw his first shot, but the harpoon did not enter, for I threw faster and not at where my soaring could take place. Instead, I broke his target's leg, so it fell on its face. The other 4 met a similar fate. Then my final harpoon flew at my target standing alone and hit the middle true. Minutes passed till Maria's voice broke through the silence strained. All sea ponies are now in last, while I was the 1 point gained. Crasher protested bitterly. He's cheating, his evident. Maria shook her head and said, on to the next event. Manta racing is the next contest we'll see today. At that led into the turf were 6 rearing saddled rays. The sight filled me with a sudden, anxious consternation. I can't English. I'd absolutely nothing, no experience to draw on. One was much larger than the rest, a muscled, purebred dragon. Crasher mounted it with a whoop. I always take this one. The lesser rays were dulled out, and we lined up in the sand. A light flashed from Marina's horn. A cheer and a race began. I could barely keep my seat as I took the first bend. I held on, but it was quite clear I was way out at the end. In contrast, Crasher's epic ray had a comfortable lead. Already he was beginning, lap 2 at extreme speed. As he approached me grinning, knowing victory was won, he sideswiped my poor Manta for extra humiliation. As my ray collapsed desperately, I jumped on Crasher's back and sent the pony tumbling onto the racing track. I managed to dig my hooves into the dragon's ray broadside. In seconds I was in first place, atop my monstrous ride. Soon it was all over. I'd won another bout. All looked stunned except for Crasher, who instead looked quite knocked out. Once he woke up, he turned beet red, recalling what transpired. He shouted, "Give me the straight duel I've so badly desired." Marina ignored him. So begins our meeting task. The box's winner shall be he who stands in the ring last. We were led in stone circle and stood around the rim. Then Marina hit a gong, signaling us to begin. In a flash, Crasher drowned the first, followed soon by 2 more. I was retreating from one fixed on sending me to the floor. Suddenly I spotted Crasher approaching from my back. At the last second I darted away from his attack. He punched sent the other pony careening into the palace. For a second Crasher stumbled, having lost his own balance. I pushed him and he staggered, but soon regained his footing. Before he mauled me, we heard, "Stop! You stepped out of the ring." Indeed he had, and per the rules that disqualified him. He roared and charged me anyway, and tear me limb from limb. Marina blasted him aside and strode into the court. With 3 out of 5 victories, the tournament's cut short. We have our winner, and the crowd cheered with excited glee at the spectacle of fighting they'd been graced enough to see. Will you be joining us for the celebratory feast? The, the princess asked. I shook my head. I'd like to be released. She bowed her head. Of course, stranger, that is your choice to make. The wave of magic left a portal gleaming into its wake. No need to statue your homeland, for you are a Pegasus. Greeting me from the other side was bright Cloutropolis. For quite some time I started in awe. I stared in awe as the clouds within the glow. I turned away, sorry, that's not the place I wish to go. A frozen Arctic is the land I asked to send me to. I can't go home until I've tried to save my wayward crew. The princess snapped angrily. My reward was very clear. Winning gets you a portal home, not just to anywhere. If you won't send me there, I said, facing her eye to eye, then put me on the surface. If I can't warp, I'll fly. Her eyes flashed red as the portal changed. Take it, ungrateful whelp. But you can't leave without punishment for rudely defying help. I curse you till the end of time, to lose what you love most. Maybe next time you'll think before scoring a gracious host. A flash of light blinded me as the portal struck me in. I emerged into the plateau, battered my frigid wind. I knew not what her curse had done until I tried to fly. My wings refused to open, and I wasn't quite sure why. Until I curled up to sleep that night in the snowbank, I realized my talent mark did not upon my flank. The love of my life was flying, I could never again do. The wind won't whistle through my mane, my days aloft were through. But it would all be worth it if I brought my crewmates home. So I marched for countless days through the ice and storms I roamed. The last I reached my journey's end, the Wendigo's dark lair. Black jagged spires overlooked cavernous depths astare. I marched in, caring not what lay within the waiting chill. They were a force of nature that my force of will. I had force of will. When I reached the inner sanctum, through the much sneaking and stealth, I found my crews trapped in a cage, all in a horrible health. Their eyes went wide, they saw me, they thought I was a ghost, haunting them for leaving me afloat along the coast. I shushed them as I freed them from their incarceration. But barely had we moved at all, when we were set upon, the hissing, snarling wendigos leaped to defend their prize. That's when I learned Marina's curse was a blessing in disguise. I had no joy to prey upon, no hope on which to feed. Their theft of flying guaranteed the immunity I needed. Unchallenged, I marched my friends out the freedom of the beach. We built an airship homecoming out to wreckage and debris. The ship could fly, but when it did, it slid off to the ground. The curse still applied, so it seemed, to vehicles airbound. So, tearfully my crew took off, thanking me endlessly, to fly home to their families and clouds along to me. I walked instead over I missed that. Through I couldn't take the blimps. To get back home I didn't care, I'd had to have a glimpse. Imagine my surprise when I finally made it there. See, my crew had built for me a giant spiraling stair, so I could be at home like them. And now at home I stand. This all happened a long ago, but I'd do it all again. Golly.
Is that just volume 1?
That was a conversation between the ancient aviator, he's in Cloudsdale. That whole thing I read was actually a mission.
Dang.
I got XP for reading all that.
It's a lot of text. So how do you build up the electric charge? Like I'm using the stored strike to build it up, but how do you build up to 6 points worth of it?
Actually, it's 6 points when you upgrade. I think you're gonna have to do 10 for now.
What do you mean 10?
You got to do 10 of the seismic bug to build up for the adrenaline surge. Is that what you're saying?
I need at least 6 surges.
It says you had to have 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I had to upgrade to get 6.
Oh yeah. When I first unlocked it, I unlocked quite a bit of it. If I go up to combat, yeah, I'm all the way down to the bottom 3. I just have to hit level 40 to do that.
Oh
Like
goodness.
max out, I'll stun all opponents for 3 seconds. Your attack drives your opponent into their own frenzy. They deal more damage, but also take more anger by 250. Your adrenaline flows faster. You now only need 5 strikes. That's something I'm interested in. Yeah, I see. So the first tier is 8, 7, 6, and then 5. I'm surprised they don't have more armors in the game, though.
More armors.
Yeah, for like, let's say mage armor or priest armor. Like mining, make like mining armor that would help defeat creatures that would be in the mines.
Kind of like 7 days or something. In a way.
Yeah, in a sense. And it would just make it where you'd have to grind for more gear.
It's
I'm
also
thinking
being able to
about,
keep it all too.
yeah, I'm thinking about getting lightning mastery. You learn how to tame the wild nature, and electricity drags this ability to your hotbar uh, while wearing the weather pendant to unlock the full potential. So if you get the weather pendant with this ability, it'll increase its damage.
You can
And
get it.
it does have a lot of perks.
I think I've got one. Oops, wrong thing.
Well, I was just reading the description of it.
Just got something. What was that? Aquamarine. Okay. And a smooth rock? Huh. What time is it?
10.
10 right now?
Yeah.
Probably gonna be on this for maybe 30 more minutes.
Since you only have so many skill points, I'm trying to be selective,
Right.
especially the ones that cost 500 points to unlock.
That's why I'm in like artisan. I want to wait till I get 500 because I'm wanting to. I want to be able to craft things anywhere I go.
Right. No, I seen that. It was at the bottom for the final perk, I believe. I don't know. I gotta actually break down all the skills. I might do that tomorrow. Break down, look at the benefits of each individual perk, kind of put them together of overall statistics, and then there's no real videos on different abilities, so that doesn't help me in that run.
Yeah. Well, that's why we can make videos on it. Do it ourselves and make videos.
See, this one costs, it's the flying skill, 500 to unlock. Releases a burst of speed with which increases the dodge by 10 for 30 seconds. To me, that's not worth it. I mean, it's a get out of jail free card because you get 1 second of invulnerability, and that can be increased up to 8 seconds. And then you can also max it out with dodge by 75 points. So, I mean, in reality, it's not that bad, but I don't know if I'd want it. I'd rather just die and come back. Unless it's somewhere you've had to travel pretty good to get to, like the forest that we farm in.
Or I'll tell you one it's just as bad. I'd say it's just as bad because you have to actually backtrack and redo it once you get to a certain point. It's the dig site dungeon because you got to make a key, and after you make the key and you go into the main part of the dungeon, if you end up dying between the final boss and from where you done the door and the final boss, you have to go back and make the key again, which is at least 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes within itself.
Wow, lovely, isn't it?
Either takes me 15 minutes to get through the whole thing or 15 minutes just for the boss. I want to say it's like 15 minutes just for the boss, though. Is that you?
What?
No, it's someone else. Wait, is that a Pegasus? No, it's an Earth. Wave, 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 wave. Dadgummit.
Hey, how did my flying increase if I'm just standing still?
There's an Earth pony over here. Oh, goodness. I think they disappeared, so I'll go back to mining. Oh, nope, they didn't. Oh, they just straight up jumped off. Okay. Pardon. So I told one of my friends that I'd get him some frozen essence. I've not, and the funniest thing is I haven't seen her in like I think trying to think when.
Been a minute.
Yeah, it's been probably at least since the weekend or something like that. I don't know. Maybe just a little bit last week, maybe in the middle of last week. I've already got I think like 632 essence. And they stack I think in 64s, so I already got like 10 stacks of the frozen essence waiting. And what makes it even worse, I already gave like 2.5 stacks away. Now I've got already 10 stacks still waiting.
I believe it.
Mine, please.
Only minor is mine, so technically that's illegal.
I'm using the pickaxe. I mean, if you don't mine at night, then yeah, it's illegal. I mean, if you mine at night, it's legal. And I'm mining at night.
Um,
I know they're gonna get me. I'm gonna get arrested by the Pegasus police. Okay, so somehow I got a diamond. That's cool.
don't worry about it.
I'm about to give up on this for a minute and go see if I got an extra storage space from that mission. I didn't even realize it was a mission. I thought it was just a long story. I'm always down for a nice old story. But another thing too that's also making me wonder is I wonder if you can find reminisce of this ship. Which from what the story had sound it was sound like it was somewhere cold. So like the unknown north, or the version of the unknown north here. So a snowy area. Unless the snowy area was during the winter time, then kind of wonder if you can find stuff within a harbor or actually go to Ocean Horse Land. I'm just going to call Ocean Horse
Aquatic?
Land. It's like Autis. Yeah, Aquatis. Aquatis. You're right. I'm going to scan one more time. Okay, actually, hold on.
Crap, I forgot we gotta go crash out tonight.
I gotta go back outside and get something. Oh no, I gotta feed the dog. That's what it is.
So I was supposed to go to the chiropractor today, and my grandmother had messaged me about something to come by her house after work. I told her I'd be there after I got done with the appointment, and she's like, "Oh no, they changed it to Wednesday," and I'm like, "What?" Me thinking maybe she's mixing it up, and apparently the chiropractor called her and not me, and I'm confused because she's emergency contact.
Probably didn't get a hold of you, maybe?
I don't have a single missed call from him.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't get any extra storage space from that.
I kind of feel sick, but not sick. If makes sense. I feel like I could be sick, but I'm not. So I guess it's my body saying, "Yo, you're trying to get sick on me."
Did calm down, homie. 789 frozen essence. Unicorns need it, but they can't. They can't get it supposedly. I don't know. Where you at now?
I just hopped off.
Oh, okay.
I want to stay up tonight, but honestly, I don't know how late I'll stay up.
I'm probably about to hop off here in just a second. I'm waiting till I end up doing I'm waiting till I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be on for a while to give some more bits out.
Hey, did you see that video I sent you? Oh, I didn't send it to you. I posted it on my actual page
Which one?
on Facebook. I could
Oh,
send it to you through Discord.
I don't know. I didn't see anything.
By the way, why did you change your name?
To make sure, like, so Santi Green was also on my Facebook, and I didn't. If this actually started kicking off or something, I didn't want people going on to Facebook because I had personal pictures and stuff like that. I didn't want on
Yeah.
my YouTube. I swap it later.
It was throwing me off because when I looked for Sainty, I was like, what? Hello?
Yeah.
Facebook's on the fritz again.
No, that was me. I just swapped it to make sure that somebody just decide, oh, let me look this name up on Facebook. Oh, wait, it's actually him, and this is what he looks like, and all this other random
Yeah,
nonsense.
I sent it to you on Discord.
Okay.
I went out to head to work this morning and seen it.
Oh.
Oh. Ugh. Tastes horrendous. You looking at?
I'm just sitting here watching them chat.
I don't know. I'm thinking about getting on the game, but I also don't like get on the game. I don't know what I want to do.
It's probably just one of those nights you just sit there and watch it AFK and just relax, chill.
Could cut a show on. I've been wanting to watch more anime, but I don't know what anime to watch. I've seen practically everything.
Have you watched Hellsing Abridged?
Yes. And then I've watched Sword Art Online a dozen times, and then I've watched it abridged a few times. And then I've watched Solo Leveling. I've seen season 1 about 3 or 4 times. Season 2, I've watched it twice all the way through, and then I skipped through it. Alpha Stigma was a good anime. I liked it pretty well. They didn't go way crazy over the ending, but it still turned out pretty good. The story was pretty boring, but overall, the show in general was pretty good.
Right.
I feel like if they made it a little bit more cartoony, it would have been a little better.
Right.
Okay, I'm surprised you haven't changed your Steam picture.
Steam?
Yeah, your Steam picture.
Oh. I haven't got
You
to
can
mess with
upload.
that yet. Insta actually messaged. You said the dodge from air step used to be percent based.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, cool. My image is actually now popping up like it's supposed to. I actually need to message him real quick. Dang. It's a nice looking sun. Or, excuse me, moon.
right.
That's getting bright.
It was pretty bright this morning.
Right.
Figured you might like that.
Wait, he says that he's playing Legends right now. Let's see. Probably just message him from there. Wait, is he in the crowd? I didn't even think about that. I honestly wasn't even thinking. He could have been. Hmm. Let me go to friends.
Hey, by the way, do you ever spend your Steam points?
I don't think I do.
I give you a little advice when it comes to spending them. You could spend them to buy like profile background, pictures, avatars, effects like picture frame effects,
Yeah.
and you can also buy like emotes and stuff. And then you also get free workshop stuff through playing games and getting trophies, and then you could turn around and resell them. And then somebody out there might buy it. My reasoning for saying this is because you can actually buy Steam account upgrades in the sense of you can actually add your favorite games to your profile picture when someone views your profile. There's a whole list of them. Let's see. Showcase. You can show your rarest trophy achievement, and you can continue to buy more of those. Game collector, item showcase, which are rare items that you have. My guide, your workshops, badge collectors, achievements, community awards, completionist, game collector, item show up for trade, screenshots. So what that does is you have let's see, screenshot showcase, additional showcase. I've already bought them all out, so I can't really see. Favorite games, badge collector, custom info box, favorite group, reviews, artworks, your workshop. Don't know what that is. Additional showcase. It's the same thing, same price. I don't know why it's on there twice. Video, so you get an additional showcase with a video clip on your profile from the looks of it. Let's see. Use your Steam points to add another video profile showcase slot to your account. You can then feature 2 of these showcases on your profile. Featured artwork, completionist, and Steam replays. These are just the Steam upgrades you can buy. Personally, I'd say if you spend points, that's where you should probably look to invest. If you care anything about getting your profile decorated, or if you just see something cool that you like.
Right.
So I'm going to go through my profile spending history. I've spent 79,000 Steam points. I don't want to talk about it. And
Wait.
27,000.
What? What did you? Just 25,000 Steam points? Is that what you said?
No,
I don't want to talk about it.
it's worse. Way worse than what you just said. I have
250,000.
I've spent 79,000 points.
Damn.
I currently am holding 27,605. I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
And my equivalent purchases value is 108,000. 108,000. Geez, I hope not. I've spent $108 on Steam with all the Steam games that I own. Which sounds kind of crazy, but it's really not. Not considered when you count games nowadays. I mean, think of Call of Duty. The newer Call of Duties are like $90 per beta. 90 to 100. And some of the prices go up to 120, and I think I've seen a 140 at one point. I think that was for the newest Call of Duty, Black Ops 6. I don't remember. It's been a little while, but I had fun during the beta, and then the actual game, I didn't like it. Crazy how that works.
Right.
I knew I shouldn't have bought the beta, but I still bought it, regrettably. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm still collecting tons and tons of free Steam games.
Oh yeah.
Let me
Time's it
see.
now? 10:30
It
right
is.
now. I'm going to tell them I'm going to go ahead and make like a frog.
I have 6 years of service on my Steam account.
6 years, daggone.
Yeah. I'm trying to look for how many games I had. My only ban I've had on my Steam account was 1,319 days ago.
How'd you get banned?
Remember, I was playing Black Ops 2. I
Oh
waited. I
yeah.
waited like 2 years for that game to go on sale. Finally gave up on it. Bought it for Christmas because like if it's ever gonna go on sale, it's got to be Christmas. Well, it didn't even go on sale for Christmas, so I bought it within 2 hours. I was permanently banned.
Yeah, you couldn't get your money back on it either.
Yep. I forgot how much Black Ops 2 is on Steam, but it's pretty expensive considering how old it is.
No, give me just a second. I'll go ahead and hop off stream here.
I
Oh,
got you.
well, buddies, I hope you have a good night tonight. Well, I'm trying to get my intro right. I'm still, I got my intro. It's the howdy howdy, it's Sainty. But now my outro, which I'm going to say it right now, is have a blessing, buddies. I'll see ya.